Well, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Jaguars at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You can look at the defense for these Texans. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. after the interception. Here's Jackson. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Hey, check that, check that.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in forward.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Ready, break.
First down, Texans.
Mustang 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Short throw taken in by Conquo. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 10. 19 side. 19.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Roll. Go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, added some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hunter. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 13. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Jackson. Blitz coming and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
To throw is Jackson. Complete. Smith has it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd down and 1. They'll try to run forward Benson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Arian Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the round is on here in this first half. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, Okonkwo. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
65, 65.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Well, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Second and 6.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a short gain down to about the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
65, Jack, 65, 79 Broncos.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Now how about this? They'll change it at the line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 2-yard line.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Jags will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with ETN. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
They'll complete this one to Collins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantic. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Arian Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Top low 18. Top 19.
Second and 4. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confidence level right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready, ready?
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Straight ahead, ETN. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That second down play nets a -4. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Viking 18. Let's go.
They'll go again with Benson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
Darius Davis on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Come on.
Well,
Ready?
this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That is caught by Dell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now Young.
First down.
Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though.